Okay, let's go for takedown. Action. Okay, that's action.
Okay, welcome to another edition of Edinburgh Fest Live, here from the Newtown Theatre in George Street in Edinburgh. Now, every August, we end up with the world's largest and most prestigious arts festival, which, believe it or not, this show is now part of. If you've just joined us, you can catch up with all previous editions on YouTube by just visiting YouTube, search for SBC and then Edinburgh Fest Live. You'll find most of the programmes are there for you to watch afterwards. Now, you may have heard of Mary Berry. You've probably heard of Nigella Lawson and Jamie Oliver. Well, here at Edinburgh Fest Live, we have our very own cooking sensation called Hairy Mary. And she's up a little bit later. It's certainly not to be missed. But first, can we please give a warm hand for our first act? Ladies and gentlemen, Georgina Francis.
Hello, my name is Georgina Francis and I am engaged. Thank you so much. I'm just here to talk about my wedding and to launch my charity, Bride Aid. When Simon and I met 3 years ago, in a bar near PricewaterhouseCoopers, I had pretty much given up hope at finding the one, when my mother rudely turned to me and said, "You know what they say about men, Georgina? They are like parking spots. All the good ones are taken, and the rest are either too small or disabled." Simon, of course, was not disabled. But when Simon looked at me on our first date over a bottle of Chateau Neuf de Pape 1982, sorry, for those of you who didn't go to private school, that means red wine, okay? I just knew that one day I would get my dream wedding. And on the 29th of August, here in Edinburgh Castle, I, Georgina Octavia Francis, will be marrying every woman's dream man, an ex-banker turned Conservative politician, Simon Hamilton. And all of you here today are invited to the wedding rehearsals. That's right. I'm having 22 wedding rehearsals during the Fringe in the lead up to my big day because it's got to be perfect. Now, I'm not like most women, which is why I'm having 22 wedding rehearsals. I'm an icon to women from all over the world, okay, yeah? I am the bridal equivalent of Gandhi. I woke up on my 30th birthday this year, and I thought to myself, ladies, I really do have it all, yeah? I'm engaged. I live in Chipping Norton. I'm facially blessed. I don't wear makeup, don't need it, never have. I've never eaten a chip. I've never drunk a beer. I've got no sweat glands, and I haven't cried since 2009. And also, another reason I'm having so many wedding rehearsals is because there have been a few mistakes, okay, during the wedding prepping. I'd just like to take this opportunity to apologise for a typo in the invitations, okay? Terrible spelling mistake, not my fault. My stepfather, of course, is a count. Before I go, I'd just like to take this opportunity to launch my charity, Bride Aid. Now, many of you here will have seen my viral wedding blogs, which have inspired millions of brides, fiancés, and tragic single women from all over the world. It was the height of my internet fame that I received many letters from brides-to-be, which shook me to the core and led me to start Bride Aid. I have some of those letters here I'd like to read to you. Thank you, this second track, thank you. Dear Georgina, I've just bought my wedding dress from Monsoon, High Street. It was only £89, what a bargain. Dear Georgina, I'm getting married soon in a registry office, and having the reception in a pub, a public house. Well, I went to Laura's wedding and I made this distressing report. Sorry. Laura is 26. Today should be the best day of her life, her wedding day, but how can it be when she's had to walk to the church alone in a highly flammable dress and new-look slingbacks? I see the groom arrive. He wears a suit hired from the Moss Bros. Middle-aged women wear hats from the Debenhams. The registrar is a woman. I see children as young as 6 drinking tap water out of plastic jugs. This is supposed to be the best day of Laura's life, but how can it be when the arrival drink is unrefrigerated Carver and her idea of something blue is a bottle of WKD? Well, it's 2016, and in this country, this is still happening. Women not getting married properly, austerity weddings. What are the government doing about this? Nothing. It has got to stop. Well, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day all women in the UK will have access to good healthcare, a good education, and the wedding of their dreams. So I created Bride Aid. Please, please donate now. Text BRIDE to 88888. As little as £5,000 could help someone like Laura ride a unicorn to the church or get an ice sculpture of her face. No woman, no girl should say I do in synthetic fabrics. Thank you. Woo! And very quickly, before I go, I'm just going to sing an extract from my new charity single, Bride Aid. They've never seen a diamond in the flesh. They buy their cheap gold wedding rings from Argos. And when it comes to buying a dress, they'll try Monsoon or bid on eBay. And in the wedding there's Carver, beige food, catering from Asda, tattoos, cheap shoes, bridesmaids in taffeta. The evening ends in a reception in the Weatherspoons, but they're entitled to Crystal, Catherine Jenkins as a bridesmaid, Gold Doves, Botox, Prince George as a page boy, Elton John, and Michael Bublé as an usher too. And everybody say Bride Aid, a charity to change lives. Every bride deserves a chance, £1 million day of romance. Everybody say Bride Aid, from Newcastle to Cardiff. Every bride in the UK deserves a perfect wedding day. Thank you so much, thank you.
Well, thanks very much, Georgina.
Thank you.
So, interesting act. Not many brides are on the stage, are they?
Not many, but I feel, you know, that obviously it's not a show I'm doing. I just want to make that perfectly clear. I just wanted to use the Edinburgh Fringe to have as many wedding rehearsals as possible before my big day, because it's obviously got to be perfect, and it's very important I do.
There's a movie, I think, which is something similar, 27 Dresses or something.
Yes. Yes.
Did you get inspiration from something?
No,
like
I wouldn't watch such a generic rom-com. I'm not. I don't watch those sort of silly films. But no.
And I read that you do quite a bit of performing, TV, radio.
Oh, well, I'm a huge icon to women from all over the world. I have my own viral YouTube videos, Georgina's Wedding Blogs, which have inspired many women from all over the world. Hugely popular, of course, hugely popular.
Where is the show and when?
The show, or wedding rehearsal, is 3:55 p.m. at the Voodoo Rooms every day, not Wednesday because I'm having some facial work then, until the 28th, 3:55 at Voodoo Rooms.
Sounds wonderful. Can I have a round of applause, please, for Georgina? Right, well, coming up next, we have another interview. Welcome. Have a seat.
Do I use this now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Do I face this way or this? I'm sorry,
well,
I'm very new to this.
Either way.
Okay.
Television is this way.
Okay, hi television. Wow. Cool.
Right, so, Jake, what's your show actually about?
God. No idea.
About
no,
God?
it's I never really know what to say. It's about uniqueness, right? Because we all want to think that we're a little snowflake, don't we? And I thought that, and then I came to the Edinburgh Festival, and there were like nearly 4,000 comedy shows on, and I realised that I probably wasn't that unique. That's not a very good sell of my show, is it? So I started to explore the whole idea of uniqueness, and I discovered that as far as marketing is concerned, right, there's only 4 different kinds of people in the world. It's quite shocking, isn't it?
Really?
I'm trying to figure out which one you are, Georgina, but...
Don't know.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say it on television, but... So yeah, it's really interesting. Do you want to know what the 4 types of people are?
I was going to ask. I was wondering.
So
what
you
are the
can
4
you can
types?
work this out if in the audience which one of these 4 you are. As far as marketeers are concerned, you can be the analytical, the driver, the amiable, or the expressive. So
These are the options.
yeah, so like if someone's trying to sell you a car, they're going to try and figure out which one of those 4 you are, right? So if you're analytical, it just means you're sort of, you know, a
You
bit...
analyse things.
Yeah, what are the particulate emissions vis-a-vis the urban? So it's just quite irritating. Then you've got the driver, and that might conjure sort of, I don't know, like images of Jeremy Clarkson, and it's exactly that. Boneheads. I'm trying to think of a word that's accepted. There's some children in the audience, and I can't. Then you've got the amiable, and they're the ones that sort of go, oh, they all look nice. I don't know, whichever one you want to get whichever one you want to get. And then you have the expressive, and that's everyone performing at the Edinburgh.
And for the audience, both here and at home, can you tell us where and when is your show?
Yes, I can. It's at 6:50 at the Wee Coo in the Underbelly, and unbelievably, tickets are selling fast, which I have not emotionally budgeted for that at all. It's very strange. I was expecting a total failure, so.
Well,
It's a bit weird.
a pleasant surprise. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Can you thank our guests? Now, coming up in part 2, we've got some puppetry. So I've said that correctly this time. So don't go away.